10 reasons you should go all in on YouTube right now. Whether you want to start a side hustle, whether you're a business owner, whether you're a speaker, coach, course creator, and you want to build your personal brand and generate more leads and customers and sales, or whether you just want to launch a hobby and express your creativity, I really believe that right now is the best time to go all in on YouTube. The first reason you should start a YouTube channel is to become a creator and not just a consumer. Imagine a world where you actually created more than you consume. Maybe kind of tough. The majority of humans are actually in the consumer category. Now listen, I'm a consumer. I like to purchase things. I like to watch things. I like to be entertained. I like to be educated. But something dynamically changes when you become a creator and not just a consumer. And imagine if you set a goal of creating more than you consumed, of getting off the sidelines where a lot of times the armchair critics like to critique those that are actually playing the game, and to get into the game yourself. When you start to create, that's where the action is. And here's what's interesting, is actually too much consumption is actually a negative. Multiple studies have actually found that there's a strong link between heavy social media consumption and an increased risk of depression, anxiety, loneliness, self-harm, and even suicidal thoughts. In fact, social media may promote negative experiences such as inadequacy about your life or your appearance. Wow. So that's the plight of the consumer in the extreme case. But now listen to this. If you find yourself growing weary and anxious about the future, scientific research indicates that regardless of your artistic experience or your talent, just a 45-minute session of focused creative activity significantly lowers your cortisol levels in your body and thus reduces your overall stress. Friend, being a creator is where your power is. When you get off the sidelines and you start creating, you start to get more self-confidence. You start to get momentum. You actually reduce stress. Your cortisol levels go lower when you express your creativity and you punch fear in the face and press record. I want to encourage you. One of the reasons to go all in on YouTube is to join the creator economy, is to join this world of being an action taker, a builder, a designer, not just a talker, but a doer. And one of the reasons I love this is because God, our creator, designed us in his image to be creative. So ultimately, we are most like our creator when we are being fruitful, when we're multiplying, when we're in the game, when we're creating, not just consuming. Number two, one of the reasons to go all in on YouTube. The second reason is history and legacy. You know, I actually surveyed some people in our community and I asked, why did you start a YouTube channel? Here's what Mom Life said. She said, we started out to document random and funny, cute things that my kids did when they were babies. But over time, we got more into vlogging. So it turned into something. Their channel got some momentum. They started actually bringing some structure to it, but it started out just as documenting life, documenting their children. I think one reason everybody should start a YouTube channel is to document their life, their experience, their knowledge, their wisdom, and actually to put some of their legacy and their history on tape. Remember, this isn't necessarily for others people. This isn't because it'll get big. This is for the next generation. One of the things that gives me a lot of confidence is that should today be my very last day, I am grateful that my sons have an archive of their dad with some of my ideas, my thoughts, who I was. In fact, with as many videos as I've created, they really could get to know me and actually have quite an experience with their dad if I was, God forbid, to pass away at this very moment. And I'm actually intentionally building this, and I have so much bubbling within me. I have so much I want to share in regards to my vision, my values, lessons, like 10 things I want my son to know. This is some different videos that I want to create. There's something about starting to just put history out there, put your journey out there, put your transformation out there. The person who's just consuming, they don't have that archive. The person who's pressing record has an archive, a legacy that's on YouTube. Number 3 is express your creativity. Forget getting subscribers. Let's get those too. Forget making money. Let's do that also. But what about just expressing your creativity? What about just actually relaxing a little bit? Take a deep breath. Let's chill out a little bit. We're all trying to get big. We're all trying to go viral. We're all trying to, build our businesses. And I'm into all of that stuff. But there's something about also just slowing down and enjoying the process. There's something about just being a maker, actually putting in some hard work and having something to show for it at the end of the day. Jevin said this: I started YouTube as a place to have a creative outlet away from my clients. So even as a videographer, he was doing client work for other people, but he also wanted just a place to express himself. YouTube can be a creative outlet and a place where you experiment, share, you have fun, and you let your creativity expand. Listen, experimenting with one video that's maybe slightly off brand or not fully in your niche, it might just be for you. Post the video. That's not going to kill your channel. It might just be something that allows you to express your creativity. Number 4, personal growth. You see, starting a YouTube channel is going to push you out of your comfort zone. It's really going to challenge you to learn new skills. It's going to build your confidence. It's going to force you to expand your knowledge. It's going to require you to embrace continuous problem solving. It's going to develop your resilience. I have learned that starting a YouTube channel is one of the greatest personal development tools that I believe exists in the modern era. Why? Because you're really your own media company. You're really actually starting a business. Even as a solo creator, that might just be doing a hobby, because what are you doing? You gotta market your channel. You're trying to learn how to write titles. You're trying to learn how to communicate on camera and edit. You have to bring such a multiplicity of skills, and then eventually you're thinking about, maybe I can monetize this. You're trying to think about negotiation. How do I negotiate with brands? Maybe you're trying to hire somebody. Now you're actually building out a team, so you're a manager of others. You're running a media company, even if it's just small. And if it's just you, you're wearing multiple hats. What that does is it forces you to grow. Is it easy? No. Can it be painful? Absolutely. But life is about growth. This is why I'm so convinced that everyone should start a YouTube channel, because you will be a better person if you embrace the pain and the challenge of creating content, putting it out there, learning the lessons. You'll be a better employee at the next place you work. You'll be a better leader at your next job. You'll be a better entrepreneur in the next thing you start, because YouTube forces growth if you stay committed and you start a channel. And number 5, build a portfolio. Your video library ultimately becomes an archive of your story. My YouTube channels are a portfolio of my work, but there's something powerful about having a portfolio. Whenever somebody applies at Think Media for certain positions, it's super funny. Someone's like, hey, I'd love to be a graphic designer at Think Media. We just ask them one question. Send us your portfolio. Show us your work. Having a place where you're documenting your work. You don't have to just be a creative. You could be just documenting with a janky smartphone, a little selfie stick, and just kind of documenting your professional life. You could be documenting your artistic drawing life, your music life. There's something about having a portfolio. And I know personally, I am proud of my portfolio. As I've built it up, every upload that has gone into that bucket, into that portfolio, actually just continues to compound my confidence. And so when I think about these first 5 things, these are internal truths and results of what happens when you commit to starting a YouTube channel. I'm excited to talk about the next 5 reasons, which are really external reasons, benefits to your business, your brand, your bank account. And the first one is to get discovered. One of the reasons to start a YouTube channel in a competitive world. You might say, I feel like someone's already doing what I'm doing. That's true. You might feel like I feel like the world's noisier than ever before. There's more marketing messages than ever before. That's true. But the fact remains, YouTube is still the best place to get discovered. It's still the 2nd largest search engine in the world, and it's an amazing place to even start from scratch. When you study experts in the space, it is amazing that new people are starting new channels and they are growing in 6 months from 0 to 1,000 to 10,000 and 100,000 subscribers. I think about Larry. He's a chartered financial analyst. He got his first 1,000 subscribers in 10 days when he started his YouTube channel. He's about to cross 100,000 subscribers, and he's basically started within the last year. And so you didn't have to start 10 years ago. You didn't have to start 5 years ago. You can still get discovered today. And you know what we've learned on YouTube? Think about Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber proved that YouTube can produce pop stars. How did he get discovered? As a musician on YouTube. So the question is, really, what do you want to be known for? What do you want to be discovered for? The key is knowing that you should start a YouTube channel because it's a powerful place to get discovered. It's a powerful place to expand your network if you want to connect with like-minded people. And honestly, my story proves this out and countless others. You know, I'm a small town kid, college dropout. I didn't have any connections in Hollywood. Without any formal media training, without any formal entrepreneurship or business training. And now my world has gotten larger and expanded because I started posting YouTube content. So one of the reasons to start a YouTube channel right now and to go all in is to get discovered. Secondly, is to build your personal brand. Your personal brand gets stronger as you continue to post YouTube content. You know, when people discover your content, or when you send it to them. Now imagine, right? You got a client. You've got somebody that is considering they want to work with you. You send them an email. You say, here's a YouTube video where I explain a little bit of our proprietary process. Here's a YouTube video where I actually share a little bit of how we've helped a client. Here's a YouTube video that kind of shows a little bit of one of the projects we worked on. When someone watches that, they get to know you and your expertise is platformed. That's a chance for your reputation to get known. That's a chance for your authority to be built. It's a chance for people to build trust with you. These are the elements of personal branding. YouTube content helps build your personal brand. People get to know you. They see your reputation. They hear some other client testimonials, maybe if you put those up, whatever it is. And so committing to going all in on YouTube is a wise move because building your personal brand in an internet and online age is one of the most valuable assets you could ever have as an entertainer or as an educator or a business owner. It's a powerful reason to go all in right now. The next one is to make money. No doubt about it, creating consistent YouTube content can be incredibly lucrative. You know, data came out from Influencer Marketing Hub that there's now 2 million global content creators earning 6 figures. 2 million, right? That the fastest growing type of small business right now, Signal Fire discovered, is being a content creator. There is massive amounts of money flowing into the creator economy. And so the opportunity here and the reason to go all in is to have this confidence to know that there is money on the other side of the hustle and effort it takes to start a YouTube channel. The person with 50 to 100 YouTube videos platforming their expertise has an advantage over the person who's in the same industry who has not done that. My friends, this is real. This is practical. I'm not trying to overhype it. I am just telling you that I have the unique positioning to see, oh my gosh, there is massive money in this industry. Because I mean, add it up. $100 billion this year, 5x growth in the creator economy, that is going in people's pockets. It's lucrative. There is real money on the other side of starting a YouTube channel and building it intentionally and strategically with smart methods. Next, to make an impact. One of the reasons you should start a YouTube channel and go all in right now, and one of the reasons you should double down if you're already on YouTube, is because you can make a real difference and make a real impact. I'm talking about change lives. I'm talking about raising money. I'm talking about raising awareness for causes that matter. Even if you have a small channel or you haven't started yet, you can make an impact. The reason to start is knowing that on the other side of this, there is an impact to be made. You look at Mr. Beast, he's done all kinds of things, but he did like Team Trees. Team Trees was this campaign where people are donating money to plant a tree, and they have planted over 23,940,000 trees so far. And that's cleaning the world's air. You know, we need trees. We need to plant them. And so that's making a difference in all kinds of different ways. What do you care about? What moves you? What kind of difference would you want to make? And I want to encourage you, of course, do it right now where you are. But this is one of the ways to light a fire to say, hey, the reason I want to start a YouTube channel and commit to the challenges of growing that YouTube channel is not just for myself, but it's for the difference I want to make in the world. It's for the impact that I want to make. It's for the money I want to give away. It's for the resources I want to give away. It's for the lives that I want to change. For example, we partner with Compassion International. We sponsor 101 kids every single month right now. We're always trying to add more, and that includes housing and food and education, and in our case, in our passion, discipleship. For you, it could be encouraging people, entertaining people, helping them with their mental health, helping them generate money. We're trying to help 10,000 purpose-driven people create a full-time living doing what they love while making a difference in the world with online video and YouTube. This is a serious mission. Yes, you got to go full-time because you need money for the mission. Yes, you got to pay your bills because you need money for the mission. But we are serious about helping purpose-driven people, people that want to make a difference bigger than themselves, people that want to make an impact, and helping them not just generate money, but ultimately make a difference in the world. All right, and number 5, which is actually 10 of our 2-part series, but number 5 is create community. One of the reasons to go all in on YouTube is to create community. What I've learned is that as you create content on YouTube, you will gather people of similar interest. Whether you do this through channel memberships, of course, as people subscribe. But what I've learned is that this leads to in-person friendships and connections. If you're on YouTube long enough, eventually there's probably, and that's up to you. You might be like, I don't want to see anybody. I'm an introvert. I don't want to go in public. That's fine. It's entirely up to you. But what I've learned is that it's amazing that a lot of online connections have led to in-person relationships, whether that's meeting up at an event. And we've had these incredible connections and meaningful moments with people because we started a YouTube channel and we started posting content on YouTube. Because of posting YouTube content, my world has gotten bigger. My relationship network has gotten bigger. Some of my best friends, some of the people that have totally transformed my life, and hopefully I've transformed their life, and all of our lives together have gotten bigger. Friend, this might seem a little idealistic or a little bit like a dream, like, man, I just don't know if all that could be true. And I'm not even saying what scale it will be. All I am saying is I know this, that this is countless people's story, that when they punched fear in the face and they just mustered the courage to start their YouTube channel, that their world got bigger, that online community turns into in-person meetups and events, that you start to meet people you never would have known you would meet. You might wonder, I don't know if I could ever find somebody who thinks like me, who'd want to work like me, who would want to share this dream that I have. Or maybe there's something you want to be a part of. You build your portfolio, you build up your channel, you eventually collaborate with somebody else. There's some synergy that happens there. The truth is this, though. If you stay a consumer, that won't happen. Is it going to be easy? Of course not. Is there challenges? Yes, but it's worth it. I believe you'll internally be transformed and your external world and business and brand will be transformed as a result of starting and committing to posting consistent YouTube content.